Hey everybody, it's me Terri of the Yarnjoy podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Movie and Stitch. So in today's episode, I'm going to talk about the movie that I watched that began with the letter T and show you the project that I've been working on for it. And then I'm going to talk about the movie I think I'm going to watch for the letter U. So let's get started and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so for the movie that I watched that started with the letter T, I watched the movie Tootsie. Now, I know I said that I was going to watch The Terminal, and I may end up watching that anyway because I haven't watched it in a long time, and I have a DVD of it, and it's been a long time since I watched it, so I might go ahead and watch that. But the one I decided to go ahead and watch, I found it on Amazon. Well, it's on the Amazon add-on channel called Stars. So if you have Stars, you may the S-T-A-R-Z, you may be able to find it on there. But I think that's where this was. Okay, so I watched the movie Tootsie. I don't think I've ever seen it before, or at least if I have, it's been a long time. So that's one movie I decided to watch. So let me tell you a little bit about that. It was made in, let me find it here. It was made in 1982 is when it came out. It was rated PG. It was an hour and 56 minutes long, okay? It starred... of course, it starred Dustin Hoffman, okay, and then there was also Jessica Lange was in it, and Terri Schorp, and Dabney Coleman, Charles Durning. It's have Bill Murray in it, and then, of course, a whole bunch of other people. Oh, Gina Davis was in it, a little small part. Anyway, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was cute. Let me read you a description of it here. I'm looking at imdb.com, okay, for the description and information about the movie. Okay, here's the storyline. Michael Dorsey, and that was played by Dustin Hoffman, okay. He is an unemployed actor with an impossible reputation, so nobody wanted to work with him because of his attitude, okay. Well, in order to find work and to fund his friend, which is Bill Murray, who was also his roommate, to fund his friend's play that he was writing, okay, he dresses as a woman, and he called himself Dorothy Michaels, and he lands the part in a daytime drama, or what I always called a soap opera, okay? This soap opera, or daytime drama, was very... a whole lot like General Hospital, okay? Based on that, I think. Okay. It says Dorothy, okay, he called himself. So Dorothy loses himself in this woman role and essentially becomes Dorothy Michaels, captivating women of all around the city and inspiring them to break free from the control of men and become more like Dorsey's initial identity. This newfound role, however, lands Dorsey in a hot spot between a female friend, a female co-star he falls in love with. That co-star's, that was Jessica Lange, okay? And then that co-star's father, who was Charles Durning, who falls in love with him, and a male co-star who yearns for his affection. Okay, so it was a big mess all the way around. Let me see, a little bit of trivia on it. It says, the character of Dorothy originally did not speak with a southern accent, wasn't supposed to. But in doing research, Dustin Hoffman discovered that his voice sounded more like a woman's voice, or he could make his voice sound more like a woman's voice if he added a southern accent to it. So that's why the Dorothy character had a southern accent. And it says he even tried out his role as Dorothy by passing himself off as his daughter's Aunt Dorothy at her parents' evening at school. And it says his performance was so strong he actually convinced the teachers. They never suspected a thing. Let's see. It says... though the working title for the film was supposed to be called Would I Lie to You, Dustin Hoffman suggested the title Tootsie. Tootsie was the name of his mother's dog. Okay. So, anyway, like I said, I really enjoyed it. It says Bill Murray's character, or Bill Murray, he ad-libbed most of the most of the lines. It wasn't scripted, the things that he was saying, which I think he does that a lot in his movies. Okay, so that is the movie that I watched for the letter T, is Tootsie. And so the project that I've been working on throughout all this Movie and Stitch series that I've been doing is a granny stitch stripe rectangle lapgan. Okay, scrap crochet project. Okay, so let me show you how much I've done so far. Can't get it all up in the camera now, but I have all the way from the letter A down there at the bottom all the way including the letter T. So this is going to be very nice, snuggly movie lapgan when the weather gets cold. So let me bring it up here closer and I'll talk about the colors that I used. What I'm doing is I'm picking out one color per stripe, okay, and so I'm picking out 4 colors to represent the movie that I watched each time, and then I separate them with a row of charcoal gray just single crochets to separate the movies. Okay, so the ones I picked out was these 4 right there, this top, okay, and now this bottom part, that is Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway Flamingo, and actually the color I was aiming for was a mauve color, and I didn't have that, so that's close as I could get. But what that represents is, okay, so this movie was made in the mid-80s, okay, so it was released in 1982. Yeah, and so a lot of the colors in the decor during that time era or whatever was like Southwest colors, if those that were remember from in the 80s, okay, and also a lot of mauve color, okay, and so on the set of like the daytime drama that he was starring in, okay, a lot of the walls and stuff, she seemed like the decorations in office buildings and stuff, it was just a lot of mauve, and so that's why I put that color in there, although that's supposed to be mauve, but it's not. As close as I could get. Okay, so the white represents the nurses' uniforms from the soap opera that he was on, okay? And then this red right there, okay, that's not really red. What is that? Burgundy, I don't know what that is. Yeah, burgundy maybe. Anyway, it represents Tootsie because all the outfits that he wore when he was dressed as the woman Dorothy, everything he wore was red, some sort of red, it seems like. And so that's the color that I put on there representing him, okay? And then this green was for his roommate, which was played by Bill Murray, because there was a shirt that he wore. It was a green shirt and he had a vest on, and the vest I think was even a different shade of green, and so that's why I picked green, okay, for his shirt, because it was a bright green shirt that he was wearing. Okay, so that is the colors, and that is the progress on my blanket so far. I am really loving all these wonderful colors. Okay, so the movie that I'm going to be watching that starts with the letter U, I found on TubiTV.com. I think that's what it's called. You can watch free movies online on that website. And you see the door open. Teddy just walked in. Anyway, so they have quite a few movies in there that begins with the letter U. And so there was one that's called Urban Country that I thought looked like it might be something good to watch. It's got Lou Diamond Phillips in it, and so I think that is the one I'm going to be watching for my letter U, okay? So I will be back in 2 weeks to let you know if I do actually use that one for my U movie and how I liked it, okay? Well, thanks for stopping by today and watching this Movie and Stitch series. We are getting down to the end of the alphabet, aren't we? So come back tomorrow and we will have another visit and I will be then having the regular Yarnjoy podcast episode, okay? Episode 225, I think. And I also just made a video in the same shirt. I just made a video of the Preemie Hat Roundup, and that one will be the hats that I made for the Halloween Hat Drive donation, okay? And so I will probably post that at the end of the week, maybe Friday or Saturday, something like that, to space the videos out, I'm thinking, okay? So be looking for that, okay? And then we will see you back here tomorrow for the regular Yarnjoy podcast episode video. So talk to you later, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.